Hello, and welcome to Weed and Grub.
It feels like very now too, because the world is ending. So it feels
100%.
like, I should know how to boil water and make it safe.
I think not only that, but the cabins and the shelters that these people make are so incredible.
Jesse's Hodgepodge Lodge that she's building right now on the new season. It's pretty fucking wild.
I love a root cellar. Do they build root cellars?
No, what's that?
No, it's just like a place where you dig down into the ground where you keep your potatoes so they don't go bad.
Oh, they do shit like that. Yeah, they bury berries. Berries is interesting, but they hollow out a log, put a bunch of stuff in there, and then put the piece of wood back on top and make wooden coolers, more or less. It's
Maybe
really
I should watch this. I feel like I need some of those skills.
It for real.
Yeah.
You need a knife. You need a bow. You need to know how to make a net, how to catch fish.
A ghillie net.
A ghillie net.
Every season.
It's fucking awesome. Alone is great, but don't watch it on mushrooms.
Yes.
Well, this is a good place to start. We've got a very special guest for a fabulous episode of Weed and Grub, Jon Gabrus.
Oh, thank you guys so much for having me. This is every time I've recorded your podcast, it's been graduated into a more and more mature situation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had to have you on. Let's just jump to the plugs right off jump.
Oh yeah, plugs up top.
Plugs up top, because we're gonna do news and buzz of the week. You're just gonna kick it with us the whole episode because you have a TV show that you're co-starring in coming out a day or two after this drops.
Yeah, July 17th, Bastille Day for my French rev heads out there.
Yeah.
I have a show called 101 Places to Party Before You Die on truTV, co-hosted with my buddy and also major weed head, Adam Pally. And we travel the country and see if two 40-year-old friends can still get after it like they used to. Spoiler, sort of. We do get after it. And we do, for the weed heads that are watching, we do go to Oregon and spend one day consuming only cannabis, no alcohol, and visit a house, have a personal weed chef cook a tasting menu for us and stuff. So
Ooh, awesome.
that's one of the later episodes. But set your parents' DVR. I know everyone's a cable cutter, these cord cutter.
Absolutely.
When you visit your parents, just set their DVR to record true. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, and turn it on every screen. And let all the screens run.
Yes, please.
Right?
Every time you're in a hospital waiting room, the TV might already be on true, but if not, switch it to true. Okay.
Right.
The people need the Impractical Jokers and a little dose of Pally and Gabrus.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Did you go to your doctor and your doctor was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna die. This is the perfect show for you."
I went to my doctor on a hiatus in between episodes 5, 6, and 7. They were like, "Your blood pressure is really high." I'm like, "Well, I've been eating chicken hearts in assorted cities around America. I've been consuming duck buns and truffle blank for 8 weeks. They're and sleeping in different hotels and not exercising and shit."
Yeah.
But let's not get into the before you die element of it.
Totally.
I got 93 more episodes to shoot.
That's right. Oh, this was a 7-episode season 1.
8 episode season 1. So 101 minus 8 is 9. Did I do the math right? Let's light up and then
Let's
I can do
smoke.
math.
Spark that joint. It was based on a book, right? It was a book that came out called 101 Places to Party Before You Die.
To get fucked up before you die, which was the original title of our show. And when the network was like, we can't call it that. We were like, why not? They were like, what do you mean, why? I was like, oh, right.
Yeah. And that's when Adam and John looked at each other and were like, "We'll walk."
Yeah.
I love going on a weed podcast, taking one hit of a joint and coughing my brains out. Holy shit. Shout out. The diamonds in these heavy hitters here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Is that a Pacific Stone?
Diamonds.
No, I went with the heavy hitters, right? That's the HH.
Yep.
Yeah, heavy hitters. Right on. Hand me those Pacific Stones. I'll smoke one of those. Which, by the way, we have a show that we're doing with Pacific Stone. So, you can come see that if you live in LA.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
July 27th.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Check out our Instagram for all the links.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, so...
Wait, you already stole our lighter.
You still haven't even for 1 minute. It's like, oh, hold on, it's in my pocket. I pull out 12 lighters of yours.
Always.
This guy's like, hey, that's my mouse off my desk. And I got all kinds of stolen shit. I've been in the offices for 10 minutes.
You're like a reverse Steve Martin in The Jerk.
You're like, wait, you said these were edibles? It's like, Gabrus, my fanny pack is bulging on the way out.
I did when we were talking about today, yesterday we were talking about today with you, and I was telling this story about John Belushi that went through Second City, where there was like some outdoor festival in Chicago, and somebody goes, "Oh, John, what's up?" And he sat with them at this outdoor festival, and by the time he left, all their chicken wings were gone. There was like a sandwich that was missing. It was just like, yeah, that's 100% what would happen.
That's how you do.
I mean, he's an idol for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
A little bit of overlap betwing Johnny B and Johnny B and Johnny G. Johnny B and Johnny G.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, Johnny B depends. I don't know where he went. He'd probably prefer down there.
So you got did you just like read the book? You were both fans of the book, and then you just picked a list of the top eight places?
We knew we wanted to do a travel show. We've been talking about trying to make a... I just pass out.
Yeah.
They're trying to make a comedy
It's so funny, the idea that like, oh yeah, he's on this show called 101 Places to Party Before You Die. And then he took one hit of a joint on a podcast and it was over.
And he expired.
Something to keep in mind for the amateur smoker. Diamonds can fuck up even Hercules over here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking, woo! This is like my third joint of the day, and it's hitting me harder than the first one, which is usually the best one. Yeah, no, we knew we wanted to do a travel show. Adam and I shot a movie in Italy called The Little Hours. We were only on the movie for like a week, but we were in the same scene, so we had all the same downtime, and we were like realized, and we had, we go to Vegas all the time together. We're like, oh, we can actually travel well together, because we're both, the joke that we came up with on the show is like, we're both very forgiving of the other person's assholery. Mm-hmm. So it's like we never hold grudges. We are both taking turns being the worst person to travel with. Mm-hmm. But both of us are very chill about that. Mm-hmm. So we ended up finding out that we're very good at traveling, and we're consumption machines. We can eat, drink, and smoke like nonstop, and we want to. And we like to talk to people, and we like to flirt with servers. And we found all these common things that we have where it's just like hitting on the Italian busboy and shit like that. It's like, this is just being cute, and we're having fun. It's like, this should be a show. It's like, there's no way anyone would ever give two 40-year-old white guys a travel show in 2021 or whatever. Right. And then it just, every step of the way, it kept like just somehow working. We found this book. Our managers are at different places, but are best friends as well. And they're party animals, and they're both EPs on the show. So there's like a lot of weird connections as it all comes together. The book was pretty perfect, and people love IP, so we're like, it's based on a book, and they're like, great, now we understand travel or whatever. I don't get why they need the book part, but I'm stoked. It's like truly dream job level shit. Yeah. Like I get to, if I got to go eat for free and party with Adam for free, it would be so dope. But I also get paid. Not much. It is truTV. It is a cable talk travel show, but the fact that that's what I'm doing with my time and money, it's insane. Like it's like I'm not gonna be humble about it. It's like the best job I've ever had, and I'm scared that I'll never get to do it again. Yeah. And I'll be forced, fuck podcasting, fuck LA. I want to live in the fucking first class lounge. No.
I mean, you're on billboards, dude. Congratulations. It's very cool.
I did not expect that either, because we were kind of undersold, like what kind of support the network was going to give us because of the merger and all this shit, and then ended up being like they had our backs hard. And like, it's vanity, they're in LA, like where they know me and Adam. Adam lives in New York, but they know where I live, so it's like, if that's the only reason, it's working. I have not taken a moment to really soak it in yet, but driving home from a friend's party on the 3rd of July, Tiff was out the rooftop filming the billboard as we drove by. There's a mega one on La Brea and Sunset for all. I think me and Adam are both pointing at a Burger King. Going, capitalism. The chicken sandwich from here rules.
And it does.
It does. The long boy? Oh, love it.
With too much mayonnaise every time.
Oh, the perfect amount of mayonnaise. Disgusting amount, but It's perfect.
Yeah, a whole whack.
A little ladle of mayo and like 4 pieces of shredded iceberg scattered in it. Yeah. It's my kind of coleslaw.
Fuck yes.
It's like yogurt with 4 granola pieces in it.
Man, they just must have been so stoked when all of this came together, because it feels like it's just exactly what everyone needs right now and wants right now more than anything.
It's crazy. We pitched it to truTV when they said, "Oh, we are very interested," and it was February 2020, aka right before COVID hit. Dude. And we were like, "They're like, we're in." And then COVID hits, and it's like, oh shit, well, we'll wait till COVID ends to shoot the pilot. And it was like 9 months went by. It's like, I don't know if this shit's going to end. It's like, let's just shoot the pilot in it. And truly, before, on my flight to the last episode we shot, which was in Maui, masks mandatory, flight home, masks optional.
Whoa.
It was that's
Wow.
like, we pitched it before COVID, and it hasn't ended yet. So maybe by
Right.
the time season 4 airs, COVID will have subsided, but just in case it doesn't. So that was really a wild thing for us. But then when we were on the road shooting in this post-COVID era, we're interacting exclusively with servers and bartenders and restaurateurs and chefs. And you're realizing that these people had a crazy couple of years.
Yeah.
And now not only are we bringing them the current business that we come in there with, because our crew eats, buys merch, and like we go ham everywhere we go. Like, oh, no, the coffees are on us. It's like, great, I'll buy a hoodie from your fucking coffee shop. And me and Pally have just like suitcases full of swag from the places we visit where we were like, thank you so much for I gotta get a Magic City hat. And it's like, yeah, $64, whatever. You're like, Jesus.
Yeah, but also great. That's great.
But also I have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's awesome, like bringing, and then like hanging out, talking to bartenders and servers, and like, and you know, fucking around with them, doing bits, and like, and then promoting these restaurants on our show, and spots and bars and places to go. It feels like that's what I want people to be doing, is going out and engaging and tipping well with society. You know what I mean? Like, so to get to do it for a job, and hopefully some people, and then all I watched was travel shows early on in the pandemic to make me feel, and then it's like, and travel shows are what, like, I think comedy people like to watch, because you don't have to worry about like
Travel and cooking.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, that's like the two things that most of my friends watch, is like, because then they don't have to worry about, oh, the second act break was not as funny as, like, they don't get caught in the
I
scaffolding.
auditioned for that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like,
You know what I
relieving
mean?
yourself of that. Although that's why I could never watch Man vs. Food. Shout out Adam Richmond, he did a great job. But
you were up for it?
it was just it was between me and him at Katz's Deli, whenever that was, way back in the
Wow.
day. Yeah, it's been a long journey of me almost hosting stuff and hosting some stuff that doesn't pop. Could be still on that journey, but this is one of the first jobs I've ever done where imposter syndrome is not activated at all. I'm like proud of what we did, and what we did is something I guess what I'm experiencing, unlike something I've never felt before, is pride in my work. So
Wow.
it feels pretty
Fuck
crazy.
yes.
Pretty basic. I'm sure a lot of people, pediatricians and shit, can feel that every day. If you work in Hollywood, it doesn't give you many opportunities
Absolutely not.
to be proud of what you, but like,
And I think we can all say, like, you're better than a doctor.
oh yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Long story short,
story
is
short.
Doctors Without Borders. I've never had borders. All right, suck it, doc.
Oh man, I mean, speaking from just a very personal place of like rage and fury and outrage at how fucked up the world is right now, every SCOTUS ruling that comes down, I'm like, there's another layer of me wanting to like truly
Yeah.
do something terrible to myself or someone else. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. I'm with you on this someone else shit.
Right?
I we fought.
Yeah.
Longtime friends following you on IG. I'm training to fucking punch a fascist as well, dog.
Nice.
I'm taking martial arts.
Are you fucking really?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What, like a little jujitsu rolling on the ground?
Let's
a little,
hear it.
yeah, a little Jeet Kune Do, actually, Bruce Lee's art, the art of no art.
Is this
Fuck
real?
yes.
Is this a
This
bit?
is for real. Yeah, I take Jeet Kune Do lessons. Yeah,
And is
but
this-
that's it was started from my like needing to get back to childhood of like, I miss being active and doing martial arts.
Yeah, man.
And then now it's become like, I need to be able to protect my family when the water wars begin. I
Yep.
need to be able to break the arm of a fucking Proud Boy. I need to drop kick Patriot Front at the next drag queen fucking child book reading that they storm. I
Yo.
want to be ready to fucking murk somebody.
yeah,
Yes.
added layer.
Yeah.
It's
And
fucking-
hey, and if I drop a few pounds and lower my blood pressure in the meantime,
Great.
Hey, we know the doctor will finally be happy for me.
Yeah.
Fuck you, doc.
Yeah.
Travel show host, way more important.
I'm getting my ass handed to me twice a week by a personal trainer, and it feels fucking awesome.
Hell fucking yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing
Good
like
for you.
interval stuff too.
Hit, you know,
High intensity interval training.
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's for real.
I almost
that
yacked
shit,
the other day.
that shit works, by the way.
Full on. I feel where it is going to work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I'm so new to it that I'm not seeing a difference yet, but I can see the places where I will see a difference.
The crazy
already.
shit about that, when you really start focusing, like, it's so quantifiable.
Mhm.
When you're like, oh my God, I did the same workout 5 weeks later and I did it faster, or I did more in the time allotted, or I feel better. It feel easier after. It's crazy. Just like adding miles to running, the body works in such a simple way that you hear so much about, but you can never really bring yourself to do for some reason. 100%. And then the second you're like, wow, I do 10 push-ups a day and now it's very easy. I could do 20 push-ups a day. I wonder if soon I'll be able to do 30. It's like, yeah, that's exactly how it works. We just never get around it. And I'm guilty of knowing that and never doing anything about it.
100%.
Every time I'm like training for a marathon, I'm like, oh shit, it's so interesting. As I run more, I get better at running. Wow, I should write an article. Hey, I call my mom. Mom, you're a nurse. Tell me if I'm on to something.
Does Tiff work out with you?
No, she's not really. She has a physical job these days as she's a florist now. So she's on her feet.
Shout out the Sweets Are Life.
Shout out the Sweets Are Life.
Best flowers in LA. The most beautiful, creative,
she was
gorgeousness.
So pumped to hear I was doing Weed and Grub today. How like my mom, Tiffany cannot keep track of anything I do and does not know, keeps no references in her head. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do comedy with so and so and so and so. She's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, going to do Weed and Grub. She goes, tell MJ I said hi. So just immediately, I'm like, how do you not know anything I do except for this gig? It's so funny.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Because you guys have dropped off quite the treats in the past. So.
That's the best part about being neighbors. We have some extra
edibles.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, here.
Bring me some flowers or fucking got some extra weed or here's some mushrooms. It's all.
Hell yeah.
It's the Hollywood hang, man. It's fucking great.
Glazer, can I have that later?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
It's yours.
We only have one?
I think I have one too. I have a fanny, I like any self-respecting stoner who likes to wear elastic waist pants. I keep all my paraphernalia in here. See, feel how loud and heavy that is? That would pull my fucking drawers down, dude.
Yeah.
But when you strap it on, it ain't no thing.
Hell yeah. Hey, I wonder, we talked a little bit about it in Arizona when we saw each other, but
whoa, dude, Mike, I just came back to me all hanging out with you there.
Can you what was that hang? You just randomly.
Well, it was after
met up and
I performed for one of the most racist crowds I've ever been in front of, but I did not want to bring that up in front of it.
Weed with one of the most racist crowds.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, whoa, I got it on the
crazy setting.
I was there doing Doughboys live, and Mike was there doing stand up at a different venue, and you.
I hit up Emma.
Oh, you know Emma.
I was like, yo, Emma, because I was gonna try to come to the show after my set, and it just ran however it ran, and then I was like, I'm not gonna be able to make it, but thank you for the ticket. And then she was like, we're at this bar, come through, and I did, and it was.
And I didn't know about any of this. Maybe if I paid more attention to social media, I would know you were in the same city. But when Emma's like turns to Mitch and Nick, she goes, "I'm gonna invite Mike Glazer out for drinks. That cool?" And I was like. Glazers? I'm like, yeah. I step right in. I'm like, of course it is, man. Tell him to come. You can smoke this blunt that I was going to share with just you, Emma. Now we got MGs in on it. Dude.
Yeah, which was a good blunt.
That was a great blunt. Shout out that guy from Lemonade/Cookies who must have got me confused with a different weed celebrity and dropped off shit for rapper level blunt. I was like, I will take it. I have 50,000 followers. I'll post. But thanks, brother. I think you got me confused with someone else. That ruled. I finally just smoked the last one. 50 of these little glass tip blunts they dropped off in my house. They were so fucking good.
Fucking A. Yeah. I'm good. Thanks.
So what I was going to ask you about, because we talked about it in Arizona, was packing and how the heck you pack for a travel show and what it looks like to shoot all these different places, need all these different outfits because you want to look good too, right?
You want that, and that's new to me. Is caring about my appearance is very, very new to me. And I want to thank Pally, who is like a clothes horse, a fashion guy, whatever the new expression is.
Clothes horse.
A dandy?
A dandy. A bit of, yeah. He's a bit of a dandy. He's a haberdasher. He, and we were talking about wardrobe for the show. He's like, we should, I never cared about what I looked like, but I'm like, but I do want to look cool on TV. And then it's like, and then all you have to do is tell me looking cool might actually help the show do better.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you're like, fuck, that is possibly true. So then I'm like, all right, just being like the 5 companies I know that make brightly colored XXL stuff. I was like, they got $1,000 each. I was like, I'll take 5 Hawaiian shirts, 5 hoodies, 5 denim shorts. I just ripping and running on. And packing for shit like that is, you're gone for 3 weeks, which is an abundance of clothes to begin with.
And you're hoteling, not Airbnb.
And you're hoteling, not Airbnb. And then you're in 3 different climates. And you have weird activities set up where it's like you're taking surfing lessons here, you're doing this here, and so you're like, you need to know some of that stuff ahead of time. And then you have some bit outfits you want to wear, like when you go skiing. We're like, oh, we need like funny ski outfits. Like when you go to play highlight, we need cool highlight outfits.
Absolutely.
And so you're packing all that shit, and then you're like, oh, I need 2 different things today. And then you're like, okay. So now it's like, I have like more clothes than I've ever owned before. And you guys have been to my house, my apartment, you know, small, my office is.
Yeah.
I have removed a Peloton and like cabinets and put just dressers because now I have.
Whoa.
And
dude.
also when you're a double XL, like 4 shirts fill a West Elm dresser. You know what I mean?
that's
Like,
so true.
like my wife packs and she brings 65 she brings 65x the amount of clothes she needs, and her suitcase, I bring half the amount of clothes I need for a week, and it fills the exact same amount of like cubic space.
Right.
Because I am a giant and she is a peanut, and it sucks. I'm like 3 pairs of jeans puts me in the I need to check this luggage.
What do you got?
She's
jeans
got like
in here?
68
Yeah, it's like,
captains. Yeah.
sir, you got to take some of these jeans out. You're over the legal limit. Thank God I'm platinum. Shout out Delta. I could bring up to 60 pounds without them saying shit.
Damn. That's
I've
what's
never
up.
had more than a backpack when I travel, and now I'm traveling with 2 rolly suitcases and a duffel. I feel like a celebrity. Yeah, I feel like a travel show host.
Oh, that guy's on his way somewhere.
Yeah, that guy's a big deal. Oh, he's lighting a joint
What
right
kind of-
here in the parking lot. Okay, maybe it's not that big of a deal. Oh, I have like the Ben Affleck meme, but with a joint every time I get off the plane. It's like, oh, that first joint after a long day of travel.
Oh,
Hell
yeah.
Wait, you couldn't fly it on truTV's dime with weed in your bag, could you?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Technically. What's the statute of limitations on fucking federal?
I think like a
trafficking?
week.
Yeah.
I bring a normal amount of weed usage for me, which is an insane amount, maybe intent to sell by other people's standards.
Yeah.
But again, when you're leaving for 20 days and you're not hitting any legal cities,
Yeah.
you're like, shit, I need like a lot of weed to make me to day 20 and like edibles to fly. Like I need all my medicine.
Yeah.
I'm packing like a Hunter S. Thompson tackle box to be like, all right, this is what I need for work. It's like,
That's like gummies.
fish oil,
Yeah.
mushrooms, weed gummies, weed corn nuts for during the day, you know.
Concentrates, flour.
Oh yeah, tincture, CBD, CBD balm. I just got, you know, and then you're like, if you want to smoke a joint a day, you need 20 joints. I haven't smoked 1 joint a day in forever. you know?
Right.
So now I'm like, I have to bring 60 joints. And it's like, that's a lot. So getting to go to a legal city every once in a while and just re-up, not stressed about like, I mean, the shit I'm going to just get arrested, like dragged out of my home.
It'll be great. More people will watch the show.
I know.
exactly.
It'll be
It's
amazing.
I always say that whenever I'm like smoking weed in a illegal city. I'm like, I think if I got arrested for weed, it could only help.
100%.
I mean,
Yeah.
it would make going home to my family a nightmare every year because I'll never hear the end of it from my mom until she passes away.
That's true.
But
Jonathan, you
yeah.
Also, it does affect international travel, I believe.
Oh, and I can't fuck with that.
Right?
That's my moneymaker now.
Yeah.
Yeah, season 2 is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get fucking broke down palaced out there. They're gonna open up my shirt and I'm gonna have so many gummies taped to my chest like Midnight Express, but instead of hash, it's just
That
like
fucking-
Lost Farms Starburst.
Fuck yes, those things are so good.
Those are some of my favorites right now. If my tolerance wasn't so high, because I can't eat 8 of those a day.
Yeah.
So I'm on some like tincture level edibles, but those Lost Farm chews, we're childless 40-year-olds at our house. We have a dish of those out like it's fucking mints in our
Yep.
house.
Fucking awesome.
Fucking delicious.
Hey, do you want to do some news?
Oh yeah, I have a news story. The Grub Gazette. Shout out Sumo Snacks presenting our news
Oh,
segment.
yeah. Have you tried those?
Yeah.
I'm going to eat a handful. I have a short
Take some
drive
with
home.
you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah,
what
take
I'll
some
do.
with you.
I'll post
I've
about
got-
it for you
This
guys.
is the zesty ranch flavor.
Which one do
Weed
you? What do you
infused.
like? Hot salsa verde, cheese, whatever.
I'll probably steal those ranch ones on the way out. And
Go right ahead, fucking go.
Savory snacks. Shout out Sumo.
Love
Come out.
savory edibles. Hard to find.
Very
Not a lot
hard
of
to
people
find.
are doing them. I mean, it is a more difficult
good.
delivery method too. But
Yep.
I find when people do them well, that's my movie popcorn now. Is
It's
like
so great.
These, like if I had a bag of that, I would just sit down, put on a movie, hopefully, and get the bag done before the trailers are over, so that it hits you at 20-something minutes into the movie and you ride it all the way.
Yeah,
I saw Elvis on. I ate a 100-milligram cookie right when I sat down for Elvis.
Oh,
And
in
I
the
did-
theater?
Yeah, and I didn't smoke before, hence the fanny pack can fit a 100-milli cookie in there, no questions
Nice.
asked.
Yeah, that's right.
And then as a movie, I just swept me up. But sorry, let's get to the.
Well, you're just reminding me when we had your friend John Flynn on the podcast, and he was talking about how he fucked up his timing and he ate out of one of his cookies from everyone. Check out his book Baked, now available. And he like mistimed it, so he went to the gym and worked out and got so high on the treadmill that he couldn't get off.
I've heard that story. I've heard it's funny. Flynn is I performed at his storytelling show that he hosted called Nights of Our Lives at UCB for like 8 years. I was like a recurring, so I know every single one of John Flynn's stories. I know any story of his that he's mined for interesting sex or weird vibes or funny stories. I know him from being his friend, but also from sitting there while he did a 12-minute insanely funny version of it for a room full of people. Yeah.
Fucking funny, man. Okay, our news story. The Grub Gazette it's a little bit of a weird one because it's about another podcast, but I'll just read the headline. This is from marijuanamoment.net. Neil deGrasse Tyson wonders what other plants can get you high that people just haven't tried smoking yet. So Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's the astrophysicist, obviously, and he was on his podcast Star Talk, and he was talking to a neuroscientist named Stacey
was this
Gruber.
before or after he ruined a movie by explaining the math of it?
I was just about to say. He's like a famously fun buster with his stuff. It's
He's
like,
a fun buster.
the thing about
I didn't know this, really?
Do you know Neil deGrasse? Do you like him? Sorry, before I start talking.
No, I
shit.
do like him,
Okay.
but I do think frequently online he's like, a lot of people believe that Back to the Future could happen, but it couldn't because of these reasons. It's like, oh, shut up, man.
Oh, he sounds exactly like me. I'm constantly actuallying Mike.
Well, that's a little different. Someone's got to get this guy right on track.
Yeah, I say some dumb shit.
Mike's constantly saying shit, and I'm like, actually, the truth is, and I'll just deliver facts, and he's like, you're so boring. And I'm like, someone's got to say what's right and true. Yeah, you said something about English muffins recently.
Yeah, I was talking shit about him.
Yeah, and I actuallyed him about English muffins, and he was like, fuck you, dude.
No,
what are you
it's more
doing?
that makes sense, but it's more like if he goes, wow, that cloud looks like a dinosaur, and you're like, clouds can't actually look like dinosaurs because they're just formations of water or whatever.
Yeah.
That is more in NGT's
That's his vibe?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, do you want me to continue
Or
with
it's his
this story?
online brand. Well, I want to hear more because
Of
this
course.
is a good conversation. I'm curious.
Okay, well, he did his actually on his podcast Star Talk was when he was talking to Harvard University neuroscientist Stacey Gruber about weed and its psychoactive properties and how it's been used for thousands of years, and it got him thinking what kinds of plants and fungi might still be out there with untapped potential. And the quote is, how many plants out there remain undiscovered simply because we don't have enough people saying now, let's smoke that, let's smoke this, let's smoke this, he mused. I mean, there's got to be. And so they were just like musing aloud about how many things we don't know.
What are some urban legend ones you heard? Because I heard banana peels when I was a kid. When we didn't have weed, someone's like, yo, if you smoke banana peels, you get high.
Oh, definitely. Cinnamon, I feel like.
Yes, smoking cinnamon for sure.
And
And I'll smoke anything. I just want to go on the record and say that.
oregano.
Like any plant, I'll give it a go.
I'll
I used to
try
smoke
it.
twigs. Like, what's the difference?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, I've smoked oregano. I've also pranked rookie freshman on the rugby team with the old smoke this joint. You have to, and then it smells like a fucking pizzeria in the rugby house.
Oh, fuck.
Oh man, I got called out once because I've never tried cocaine, but
Okay.
these guys,
You asshole.
but these guys, my roommates, I came in and they were like cutting up a line in college, and they were like, "Do you want to try it?" And I was like, "Yeah, totally." And so I tried it, and I was like, "Whoa, I think I feel it." And they're like, "Really?" Because it's just Tylenol. We wanted to see if you would be honest or not. And so they like caught me faking being on coke, intentionally tricking me to try and snort fake coke.
That's twisted.
It was twisted.
That is fucking twisted.
That's awesome. though.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh yeah, no, right.
That's exactly what we did to the rookie. This kid was like, I don't drink because, like hazing freshmen. Oh, we got to finish a keg of beer. The freshmen have to finish a keg of beer before we let you out of the basement or, like whatever it is.
Yeah.
And this dude's like, I don't drink, but I'll smoke as much weed as you guys give me. And we're like the rugby team, but we're also kind of dorks. We're like, I don't have weed. It's like, oh, let's just give him oregano and tell him it's weed. So it stunk like a fucking pizzeria. And he was like, whoa, I think I'm actually. And then we were like, after he was pretending to be super high for a while, we had started having this like panic moment of like, what if it is like poisonous? Because he's had like 4 oregano joints at this point. We should maybe stop. We find it so funny. He keeps getting higher. And then we're like, wait, what if he's actually high?
He's got pizza lung.
Yeah.
Done.
Kids these days getting popcorn lung. When I was growing up, it was pizza lung.
What would you smoke, Mary Jane?
I just feel like everything has been tried at some point in human history. Like, you know, I think this is like not a valid musing, because I feel like if it were smokable, someone would have fucking figured that out, because everything has been smoked. I mean, listen to us.
Yeah. But if we
idiots.
like lessen the criteria for like testing stuff, we can maybe find more shit like scientifically. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because like mushrooms, DMT, and cannabis are like 3 things, or ayahuasca rather, like 3 things that come to mind that are like, they're out there.
Yeah.
Like you could accidentally have it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it could foreseeably grow on its own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, that's so interesting. Is it something we don't know about? Like, if you shave down passion fruit rind and like rip it, like, you know, like that can get you twisted. Like
That would be fun to try.
I'm very curious, especially now we know so much more about terps, and terps are in so many.
Yep.
I know that doesn't have direct THC correlation, but I'm curious. Like, what can you get from like a mango skin or something? Yeah.
I would be interested to figure out what underwater hasn't been. You know, like
Dude.
that's the great place where we just
MJ.
don't know what the fuck is going on down there.
You know I'm a fucking.
I know you're
crazy.
ocean.
I'm
You're an
crazy
ocean guy.
beach boy.
Yeah.
You just got me so like I gotta try smoking seaweed.
Yeah.
Man.
There's got to be a bunch of
Fuck yeah.
like weird, crazy. We had the Cousteaus on the podcast. You know, Philippe Cousteau.
I mean, I'm familiar with the last name.
Yeah,
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 no,
Philippe Cousteau is Jacques
It's
Cousteau's
that one.
grandson,
Oh,
and his wife Ashlyn Cousteau, and they launched a line of edibles called Seaweed. We got to get you some.
I gotta get on
They're
that. I think
fucking
I'm their
awesome.
fucking perfect. I'm a human seal.
You're it.
That's the animal I think I'm the most like. I've learned that they're like silly.
Uh-huh.
They're loud.
Uh-huh.
They're like hairless and smooth, and they have like their little bellies, and they're great in the water. And it's like that. I'm so relatable. I feel like when I see a seal, I'm like, what does a seal do when it's not like swimming around, partying, and eating? It's like just lays on the sand. Like,
Yeah.
it's like the most relatable shit in the world, dude.
I've always felt like an otter
Yeah.
because they're like, you know, fun and resourceful, and like, you know, the way they like eat all off their chest. That's kind of like me.
They're kind of like the dogs of the sea.
They are.
Which is like
They want to
pretty
be
rad.
liked.
They're water dogs. I feel like maybe we've talked about this in the past, but you know, I went to that otter sanctuary that's like outside of like an.
We've never talked about this.
Oh man,
Say everything.
It's called Natured by Nurture or Nurturing Nature, something like that. And it's like this mega long waiting list.
Whoa.
And you go and you get to get in a pool and play with a bunch of otters.
Holy fuck.
wanna
And they
cry.
like crawl over. It's an animal sanctuary. So what they do is it's a Make-A-Wish destination for a lot of kids, because it's like an animal sanctuary where you get to actually get in the water with these otters. So on the weekends they overcharge hipsters a lot of money to get on this huge waiting list. So that's how they pay for all of that stuff. And
Great.
it's so worth it. I think it was $300 a person, but it was only like 8 of us in a above ground pool with a bunch of otters just swimming around.
Holy shit.
And they're like, I'm like, oh, what can we do with them? They're like, they love this game. And the game is called Fill Up the Cup, Empty the Cup. And you hold a little cup full of marbles. They come over, knock it over. You keep holding the cup. They swim around and run around and grab each marble and put them back into the cup. And then as soon as the cup is full, you just knock it out of your hand again and just start the cycle over. It's so fucking fun. And dude, she's like, be careful. They will swim in your bathing suit. It's like, they like literally go like up to your pant leg and you're like, oh. It's fucking rad.
Oh my God, they're fucking great. It's sea otters, right? These are not river otters.
Oh, I don't know. I think they might be sea otters.
Yeah.
They're so fucking
They're
cute. Yeah.
amazing. We
Yeah.
saw some sea otters when we were on that boat in Washington with the gray whales.
Yeah.
That was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Crazy day with wildlife.
I want to see more whales, actually.
Yeah.
That would be pretty
You were just
tight.
making me think of, like the times that I've seen otters. I worked on a boat in Alaska for a while, and like we would have the
One of
fucking-
MJ's 60 lives. Every time I'm on the podcast, MJ's like, I mean, this was when I was fighting with the French Foreign Legion in the Sudan. And you're like, what?
Oh,
Okay,
man.
so this is when
It's
you were
just like
deadliest
4 years.
catch for a little while,
Yeah.
of course.
my
tell.
fucking favorite job ever. And my friend Kelly Watson, she and I shared a room, and we would just like get off the boat together and do cool shit. And she was a kayaker. She was one of those people who like fucking talk about a million lives, but she used to do like the Inside Passage. She would kayak all the way up to Alaska from Washington. She did the Iditarod as a fucking
Holy
sled
cow.
dog.
Oh,
Mushroom She's
Jesus.
amazing, and she's so fucking strong. Her arms are like iron fucking forearms from kayaking and paddling so much. So she would actually sling me over the back deck of her kayak and take me out into the water, and we would like raft up in a kelp bed and watch the fucking otters just play like out in the kelp bed in Alaska. It was crazy. It was amazing.
So fucking
We
rad.
ended up one time seeing bubble feeding humpbacks. Bubble feeding from water level around us. It was nuts.
It's what?
Bubble feeding is where the humpbacks all coordinate to create a net full of bubbles that they drive the fish into in the middle.
They
And
make
then
like
they
a
come out and lunge up and like fill their gullets.
you know when you make like a whirlpool with your friends at
Uh-huh.
like a
Heck yeah.
small above ground pool when you were a kid.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the whales do that and create like a wall of force that little fish get like they're like I can't swim because the current is going like and they get caught up and then one of them comes down from the underneath and it's like it's
Wow.
like we got them lined up for you, bro. It's like your bros are pouring you shots like this. It's like and you just come running up with your mouth and they just dump all the shots in. It's rad.
It's
Damn.
fucking rad.
Damn. And
Yeah.
you saw that from like ocean level?
I was flopped on the back deck of her kayak like I was a giant dead weight seal myself. But yes, it was pretty
It's
fucking
tilted
cool.
the
It
boat.
was totally tilted like this. She was like having to
She's
work
got you
real
like
hard.
strapped on like you're hunting. Like she's gonna bring you back and skin you.
Yeah, definitely probably looked super weird. What kind of animal would you be, Mike?
Oh, like an ant. Like,
Oh.
I'd probably be a bug of some kind. I
A
think
bug,
more of
huh?
like an insect situation than
Yeah?
I think like yeah. I don't know what it would be, but I do feel like it's
Why
probably
and
insectical.
what's the inspo behind the bug? If you had
Because
to,
I like order and I like angles and I feel like they're like real angly ordery.
yeah, I think
kind
you're
of things.
I think you're digging ants or bees at that situation.
100%.
A little
My
more
queen.
conformist than you want to be, but like you are,
But I like
feminist, so
efficiency.
you understand. Oh yeah,
You know, I
Yeah.
think that's what like gets me excited. And
You love that productivity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'd be happiest if I just like created Amazon for ants. Like that would be my dream.
oh, well, fingers crossed, Mike.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I mean, you do your thing.
I got my dream job, so hopefully someday you can have yours, creating Amazon for ants.
Thanks, man.
They constantly need new weights shipped because they're so strong. You know, they're constantly racking up heavier and heavier weights.
Yeah, I used to try and do a joke
I
about
like-
that in stand up, where I would like if I was an ant, I'd probably like live like 80 times, like way more than the other ants, and like show off to the scientists.
They're 20 times their own strength. It's like, pushing. It's like, well, one of them seems to be 31 times their
Yeah,
strength.
why is he so thirsty for us to like him?
Insecure ant.
That's a
God.
real insecure ant.
I see a Pixar movie.
The insecure ant.
The Insecure ant. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's gonna be
He's
a
trying
hit.
to lift 400 bagel seeds or something.
Just working out. Oh my god.
What else is happening? Where are you going to be in this season?
Yeah.
We're going to
This season.
this
Because
season.
there's going to be a
the
second
season
one.
that's coming out. Yeah,
Probably
we're
8
going
more.
to Denver. We're going to Moab, Maui, Puerto Rico, San Juan, Richmond, Virginia, low key, like undercover, pretty dope. Atlanta and Portland. I think
Whoa.
that's 8. I might have missed one. but-
Without any spoilers, Virginia?
dude, you think Richmond's gonna be weird, and you're like, why would we go there? Then you go, and Virginia has like one of those like medicinal, but you can't really get in trouble with possession situations with their
Word.
cannabis. So it's like kind of like that gray area right now. They're gonna eventually,
Like in DC.
yeah, they're probably gonna flip to full rec eventually. Like this feels like always a stopgap in between.
Yeah.
So they're like, there's legal weed. And here's the thing I learned about Richmond from the show is that there's a big hardcore music scene and a big
Awesome.
hip hop scene.
Awesome.
And both of those cause a lot of interesting people to come to the city. And then those are careers you sometimes get out of.
Yep.
You're like,
100%.
oh, there's not a lot of legs in being in a hardcore band in Virginia. So like then you and your cool, creative, full sleeve tattoo friends open up a burger spot called Cobra Burger, and it's fucking awesome. You know,
Fucking
yeah.
awesome.
So there's a lot. It's got like good restaurant and bar culture because of like the vibes of the people that were moving there. And Richmond is like a fucking liberal bastion because of the colleges right there. Like so, it's an interesting portion of Virginia, and it was cool. We were there like a couple of years at this point, like a year ago, and it was cool to see all the former, just the bases of a lot of statues.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
It was pretty
ask.
rad to see the bases
I'm so glad
of
you went there.
statues.
Fuck
Where you're
yeah,
like,
dude.
hell yeah, police tape around it, 4 pieces of rebar sticking out of it, and just the base. You're like, sick.
Fuck yes.
Oh, and they do this cool thing in Richmond, like, they have them in Portugal too, like Tuk Tuks. They're like a Southeast Asian or Eastern Asian, like they're like in between a Vespa and a go-kart. Like it's like 1 wheel in the front, 2 wheels in the back.
And they're like covered.
And they're covered, and there's like you can sit like 4 people in them.
Ooh.
So they do those as little, and it's considered an open air limousine, so you can drink on the thing. So like they do little bar crawls, but you can bring a cooler and you have stuff
Sick.
in between. It was like, it's a fun vibe. So it seems like it's like a regional bachelor party, stag party, bachelorette party situation
Yeah.
for now, like Nashville had for a while, which always leads it to blowing up more and more.
Yeah, who needs a winery tour? I want to go to Richmond and do that Tuk Tuk situation.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of great, and there's a lot of very old shit there.
Yeah.
Like colonies old. Like, there's Civil War fucking graveyards. It's crazy.
Wow.
God damn. I watched the new season of everyone just
Somebody feed Phil?
give Phil food. What is it? Yeah.
Somebody give this millionaire some food, please. I love Phil. Big fan.
I know you two are friends and know each other. It's so funny to like watch that and now hear about like, or you can get hammered on a tuk tuk.
Yeah,
like,
you should actually watch our shows back to back because they are like completely different paces as well. Like he seems like a normal, like adjusted person meeting people, and we're like joke, weird edit, graphic out, moving. It's like it's so clearly just like made by comedy bros.
Yes.
That's awesome.
This is what we all
How big
want.
was your shooting team? 2 cameras, a sound guy, run
3
around?
cameras and a sound guy. 4 on some like crazier stuff, like and like some GoPros and shit like that.
So do you have producers there with you to get story and like help you because you are like going hard?
Yeah. We have like a one of my good buddies, one of our best friends, Justin Tyler, was a supervising producer on the show, and he's my writing partner. So I've known he's been my friend forever, and now he's traveling with me in
what a
Pally too.
dream.
And so he's kind of keeping track of story and being like, "Hey, you guys keep talking about how like Richmond is surprising you with its vibe. It's like let's bring that up in reference to this place that you're at." Like he's kind of keeping track of the global shit because we're half to 3/4 in the bag at all times. So, and it's for work. It's allowed. We're supposed to be.
Yeah.
We're not just like problematic Rat Pack actors, but and so like and then we have people keeping track of story and like producers who are like in charge of the segments that know like that are booking and stuff like that.
Nice.
So it all in all, it's like a 15-person crew tops, and we hire a lot of local people, which is always cool. Like being in Maui and hiring local Hawaiian PAs. Excuse me. And shit like that, like a local shooter because it's it's expensive to travel people all around too. So if you don't have to put them up, so like and like getting a local drone operator was cool. You meet like these kind of interesting people. Dude, like
that's
that
so
way
rad.
too. Yeah, it was a fucking blast, man. It was just like and the thing about it that was made it the most fun is like this is exactly what I do when I travel. Is like I just get fucked up and I make jokes and I ruin either the server or my company's time or make it even better. One of the two, but it's gonna be big,
Yep.
And just getting to do it like with my buddy on a show, it just makes it mad easy.
Damn, man. Especially because he fucks shit up on TV a lot. Like when he goes on Conan.
Yeah, he's
a shit.
He's a
disturber
troublemaker. He's like a
motherfucker, yeah.
he's like a legit little imp, man. He's not little either, but he's a grown man. But he is a troublemaker. And
Yeah, he is.
and you'll see in the show, he like does a lot. He does this bit where he like gets people's names wrong, like on purpose, like to fuck with them. And it's just like I don't know how many of them end up, but like he really is a little shit stirrer in the best way. It's like so fun. Like and it's just like it's harmless and it's for giggles, but he loves to just be like kind of difficult.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
it makes him happy to be like, oh, Christ, here we go.
Have you seen Adam Pally on Conan before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
He does like Snare Devil and War Tux and all that shit.
It's
Genius.
fucking amazing.
I have a personal question.
Please.
Where was your digestive care in this whole fucking routine? Like, what were your poops
MJ.
like? I gotta know.
MJ. It was hell on fucking earth. I was doing everything in my power to make them. I was on my supplements. I brought my psyllium whole husk. I was drinking my athletic greens in the morning, promo code Mighty. And then I was taking care of myself. I was having electrolytes at night. I was trying everything, but I was also like, every time we ate too, it'd be like, well, we should try 11 different things at this restaurant, you know? And like we pass off to our crew and give people bites and share food with the crew. But so we over order because we want to also let the waiter flex and let the chef flex and also try a bunch of their shit. So I haven't puked much from drinking in my entire life, especially not in the last like 10 years. And I barfed twice on this show, not on camera, but my stomach was rocked pretty much like every single day. Like if we had like a 9 a.m. call time, I would have to like, and which is a late call time. I know it's not early, but if you're shooting until midnight wasted, 9 is early. Excuse me. I'd have to set my alarm for like 6:30 in the morning and just be like water, greens, electrolytes, coffee, shit, shower, shit. You know, like just know it's like I need 2.5 hours of like slow drainage every morning. Like I just described it once as like taking that thing out of the back of a cooler when and it's like, I think there's still ice in there. It's like, well, leave the thing open and just see if more ice comes out. Like that's what my body was doing. And might know this from working on a fishing boat. My normal shitting levels is like when they open up the net and just crabs and like a boot fall out. That's me shitting. I'm over the toilet and I can be done in like 8 seconds. My body's just like ronk, and it's just like you hear clang as like a tooth hits the toilet and shit like that. And you're like, don't know what's in there, but flush without looking. Say, see ya.
Fuck yes, you make me think of the Padma Lakshmi.
Yes,
you saw her talking about her, like what she has to do in order to be on Top Chef, like just what she has to do to take care of her incredible body. Like you had your own version of that.
My own version. I'm keeping a different incredible body. It's a consumption machine operating at a high level. Every once in a while, I need to do some service on this machine in between seasons. And dude, I'm like on the weeks off, I didn't even want to talk or eat. I would just be like sitting at home with Tiffany, and she'd be like, "What do you want to eat?" I'd be like, "Salad, water, weed. Hurry."
Yeah,
man. Did you do any like extreme body things to like hook yourself up to an IV? Or...
We did IVs in Miami. We're big sauna people, so we were doing saunas and like rehydration a lot. We were drinking. We got heavy into electrolytes on this tour. But no, we wanted to do more shit. Like, I think we got an on-camera IV in Miami. We got some off-camera IVs, you know.
Do they work?
I think they do, or they're psychosomatic. Either way, it's like, it's not cheap, but
yeah,
it's it's something they do to, I don't know how much it can actually help you. It's probably a diminishing return of like you're like, oh yeah, give me the full thing, and it moves the needle like a little bit or something like that. But you definitely have to pee more after you do one, so you feel like, hey, I didn't drink that water, but it's in me somehow. Yeah,
that's right on. I'll take that flush.
Yeah, you mainline it.
Mainline it.
Yeah,
quite literally. That's exactly what you're doing.
Exactly right. Actually,
mainlining. It's
shout out Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, your new best friend, your new co-host.
Yeah, we like facts, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll make sure I DM him after I vape watermelon rinds.
Yes, I actually did want to say though that he is like maybe not the most weed positive person, because he did say that in 2018 he told TMZ that he doesn't think people should smoke weed in space. I have no context for that quote, but that was something I did need to say.
I don't know enough about space to give advice in that level, but
would you smoke weed in space?
That would be the thing I would ask if I could do. Like I would be like, let me be the first person to smoke weed in space. Yeah. Can you even light a lighter? Oh, you're gonna have to do a EDAB rig for sure.
You're gonna have to rig it.
You're gonna have to hit a Puffco.
Is that the new pipe Puffco thing?
That's the new proxy.
Oh, that is cool.
Weed tech.
Man, they do so much cool shit over there.
They're
just so. I can't do this though. I gotta.
Yeah, we gotta drive. We gotta drive home from this studio.
I gotta shake off these diamonds in the can. No.
Yeah.
Mind if what kind of flushing capacity you guys got at this studio? My body is a wonderland.
Mark says so.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was gonna rent an office.
Old pipes.
Would you get high in space?
Yeah, absolutely. I would want to eat an edible in space. I would fucking definitely trip on mushrooms if I could get to
eat an
space and-
edible in space or a
Yeah.
gummy in space. Yeah, mushroom gummy in space could be
Oh,
dope.
yeah, just the way your
Ste-
body already feels kind of weightless, and then to have that amplified, I think would be magic.
Dude, that's why I love floating while tripping.
Have you done a flotation tank?
No, I've never done one.
Mm.
I'm a little claustrophobic, so I like floating in a pool. Like my friend's pool in the desert, we were staying out there for a long weekend over Memorial Day, and everyone was kind of inside doing something or going shopping, and I don't participate in some activities. But this group of friends is like, we're gonna go shopping, and there's two of us who are like, we don't shop, and the two of us that don't shop, one of them is like, I stay inside or in the shade, and I'm like, I'm in the sun doing drugs, like that's me, and I like took some mushrooms and got my ankles on the stair of this pool, right? The saltwater pool. So it was extra floaty, but my ankles were on it. So I didn't really move at all.
Ooh.
And I didn't have to put that much downward pressure on my ankles. And I just was able to stay. And I just looked up at the sky as it slowly got slowly darker and darker. And I felt like I can like see time pass that way. You know what I mean? I was just watching it and I was like, that must be. I'm doing like fake calculations of like this. The sky gets 1 degree darker every 3 minutes, it seems. Now, if I'm using a degree, and I'm like trying to figure out
That's
how long
fun.
until the sun goes down, and I'm like, there are people who can look at the sun and figure that out, and I'm making up a darkness algorithm.
Yeah.
It's like, look at your watch, asshole. But I was like, my brain was just going like 100 miles an hour in the best way.
Galileo already figured that shit out and got jailed for it.
Also, like those perspective changes when you're on shrooms too, like laying down and looking up. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it changes your whole vibe. Like I did laying down and looking up, and then I had my dog walked over me and looked down at me. And Artie already has real alien-like features,
Mm-hmm.
and upside down looking up, I was like, I didn't even recognize. I was like, what is this? Is like the Gamorrean guard from Star Wars or some shit. I just did not recognize my own dog that I've had now for 13 years. I was like, what the fuck? He's like, and I'm like, it's okay, mister. You know, like I'm just on shrooms. So like, oh, I'm talking to my fucking 20-pound dog. And then I was just like, you know, so in love with them. So I was like, oh, once I recognized who it was, but there was this moment where I couldn't, it was like seeing a teacher at the grocery store. You're like, where do I know you from?
Upside down monster.
I need context here, sweetheart.
Oh man, one of my favorite mushroom trips ever was on Fire Island, being naked in the water under a full moon on mushrooms. I was like,
2 full moons?
fully, this is it. Yeah, 2 full moons and 2 big old boobs.
Hell yeah. Sorry, I'm just taking a moment to lock that in my memory forever. Mind sketch. Mind sketch. You just hear the screenshot sound effect come from my brain. Gabrus joking, blood coming out of my nose.
Oh fuck, it was good.
That's fucking awesome.
I found a spark, like a phosphorescent little creature, and I was holding him in the palm of my hand, watching him swim around. Like the whole thing was, yeah.
That's so rad.
Mushrooms in water, the
yeah,
best.
they're the best, man.
Mushrooms at the beach.
That's my entire go-to. Mushrooms while camping and mushrooms at the beach.
Yep.
It took me a long time growing up as a beach kid to realize that the beach is nature. I'd be like, oh, I didn't really grow up as like a nature kid, and like someone was eventually like, didn't you say your parents took you to the beach every day from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day of the summer? I was like, yeah. They're like, it's a lot of outdoors time. You're like, in the water is like, you're outdoors. I was like, I guess I was a little bit of an outdoorsy kid. I was like, we just didn't have like mountains or hikes or woods where I was from. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess. And then I locked into my love of outdoors via the beach. Now I'm a 40-year-old man who's getting into camping. I camped for the first time when I was 38.
You getting emails from REI?
Oh, dude, I got an REI
deals?
gift card from my wife for my 40th birthday.
Hell yes.
Shout out the Sweets Are Life. I got a fucking tent, a new day pack, and a headlamp. Shit is looking tight,
Yep.
dude. My gear is coming together.
What's your thermarest situation like?
You mean
Do you get a thick boy, like an air mattress?
I have a little mattress pad, not a big one, a little like self-inflate one, and then I got like a Coleman. I got not a cold weather pack, but I'm not gonna go. That's not a cold weather bag, but I'm not gonna go camping in like super cold yet. I'm still like learning.
You're not scaling the Sierras yet.
No, not yet. But I'm I'm getting there.
You're
I
just
got a
gonna-
big camping trip planned for Labor Day weekend this year. I'm very excited about it.
Really?
Yeah. A big hike and a big camp. I'm very stoked about it.
Fuck
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
This is what the world needs. Everyone needs to get the fuck outside and
And the
watch a
pandemic
show
really
and then go
activated.
outside.
Yeah, the pandemic really activated that in me because indoors felt unsafe. Like home felt safe, but indoors other places didn't. But outdoors felt safe, and then eventually home got to be like overwhelming, and you're like, I need to go outside, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I just wandered around LA for 3 hours. This place rules.
Yeah.
Oh, I just walked to the Grove. This place rules. You know, like
Yep.
I just get outdoors, man.
Yeah, a lot of walks to the Grove.
I do that I do it every weekend. I go see a movie because I like to go to the movies. I'm
Hell
A-list. Walk to the Grove,
yeah.
smoke a bone right when you get to like First and Edinburgh, you know, so you don't have it with you when you cross Fairfax.
Yes.
Eat your edibles right when you get through and sit down. Yeah, it's a great time. Get a little farmer's market juice on the way out or the way in, depending. The Grove the Grove movie theater when it was Pacific would let you bring in stuff if it was from the Grove.
Yeah.
They don't do it anymore because AMC is like corporate. But you used to be able to be like, go to the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf and get like a giant iced coffee and sit down at the movies. It was so rad.
We brought in a Gatorade jug one time.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you you dumped it over the director's head that was doing a Q&A. 'Cause
Yeah.
you thought he did such a good job.
I was real excited.
Yeah. One time Tiff and I brought in like Dominic Ansel breakfast from when his cafe. we were like,
dude.
oh, let's go get coffee up there. And we were going up there. Tiffany's like, I'm kind of hungry. And then we were seeing a matinee. She's like, do you want? And I was like, we got like egg sandwiches and like coffees and just sat in the movie.
Fucking champions.
Yeah,
champions.
rolled. Great afternoon.
I
Champions
sneak in
of
a
life.
sprinkles cupcake, red velvet usually.
Oh,
that's
that's a
my
good
like
one.
secret sneak move at the.
That's a
AMC
good.
at
That's a
Grove.
good Grove grab because it's right there.
What's
too.
the sneak? How do you sneak it? Where does
Well,
it-
it's not a
in your
sneak as much
pocket?
as it's a box that is sticking out of my hoodie pocket. That is
Oh.
very obviously a box,
Yeah.
Right.
but they're not asking what's in that box.
They check your bag for cameras and bombs,
Mhm.
not food.
Yeah.
yeah. So like we've definitely opened it up and they've been like, okay, go.
Yo, can I also
Take your
shout out?
steak and fries.
Yeah,
Get in
yeah.
there.
Pommes frites, super herbaceous.
Oh, you're
Smelling,
so- yeah.
woo, garlicky.
You're sauce béarnaise. Go on in and have a great time. Fuck yes, I tried to sneak. I've told this story on here
It's a
before.
good story.
When we were in New York, my boyfriend at the time tried to sneak a pizza into AMC by strapping it to his back like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Just dripping grease running down the crack of his ass.
Yeah.
Being like, act natural, act natural.
He got busted. We had to go eat that shit on 42nd Street like losers.
A shout out my buddy Alex Rennie who gave me a hack in New York going to the movies. Whenever snacks he wanted to bring into the theater, he'd put in his backpack and then he would just put 4 bananas on top of it, like a bunch of bananas.
Wow.
And then walk in and when they were like, can we check your bag? You open it up. He's like, sorry, I just went grocery shopping. And it's just bananas, but underneath are like whatever chips and shit he wants to eat there and then drinks he wants to have during the movie. But like clearly someone's not bringing 4 bananas into the theater. So she's like, oh, you must have like the logic doesn't really work, but
Yeah.
it makes them go like,
I don't want to touch
yeah,
bananas.
yeah, okay, grocery shopping, fine, go in there.
Also,
man.
if you're eating 4 bananas while watching a movie, I'm moving as far away from
yeah,
you
I'm not
as
sitting
possible.
next to you.
Fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
But it could be concealing a whole Cornish
I
hen.
have my
Who knows?
milk.
I have my milk and a bunch of bananas. Here to watch Crimes of the Future. New David Cronenberg.
Terrifying.
Have I talked about on here how the hoodie pocket is the perfect size of a Subway footlong and how like elegantly and beautifully designed it is?
It just like the
'Cause it
bend
sits
is just
so
a little
perfectly.
bit. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so perfect.
You're getting footlongs?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I only ever do the 6-inch. That's all I need.
Hey, really?
Because I hear 4 inches is plenty for a lot of people.
Of sandwich.
Yeah, oh, right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't need much more than 4 inches to feel full.
I feel like this could be a Subway campaign that they could go with the Subway 4-inch, you know?
It works. Trust me.
It does the job just fine.
Double meat. It's thicker.
That's all you need.
How much more can you really fucking eat? Come on. Don't be a pig.
Subway, eat fresh with the 4-inch.
Don't be a fucking pig.
Yeah, the whole world needs to fucking share.
Relax.
Get
Eat
along.
this fucking pressed turkey a different way, you fucking pig.
Oh boy.
Do you really get just the veggie? I know we should do Buzz of the Week and stuff.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
we
it.
should
Get to
do
your
it.
segment.
We should do a wrap. Oh
Okay.
wait,
What? Oh, I was going to ask you if you really only get vegetables at Subway.
I get the veggie 6-inch delight. Willing to accept a 4-inch if that's all there is. With a lot of
Oh, thank God. That is
All
so
the-
great to hear.
You're on mic.
Oh shit! Oh, I'm leaning in the whisper into this. Oh no! This is a reminder to myself to edit this out.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I don't edit this podcast.
No.
Or your own.
There's a no edit
edited?
drop.
Oh,
There's no
perfect.
editing.
Oh.
We don't edit.
Come on.
Not something like this. This is perfect. Hit for hit. Yeah, that 6-inch veggie delight's my jam.
Right on.
Cheese.
Cheese, all the cheese. I get provolone, and then I get every topping.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then a ton of like oil, vinegar, mayo, mustard, salt, pepper,
Yeah.
everything that I can put on there.
That feels like the safest bet too. And just wrap it in that tire, aka bread that they put on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's just a mouthful of wet slop for like $4.29.
Yeah. It's worth it.
Keeps me alive.
That's their new slogan, huh?
Yeah.
So
Mouthful-
4-inch.
Help
It'll keep
yourself
you
to a
alive.
mouthful of slop. It'll keep you alive. This is like 20. This is some dystopian ass 2040 shit.
I mean, yeah.
Slop keeps us all alive. Long live slop. And we're all just eating wet slop.
Totally. The Simpsons predicted it.
I mean, yeah.
100%.
By the way, wet slop 4 inches is my OnlyFans.
4 inches of wet slop.
4 inches of wet slop
That's it.
is my Debbie Does Dallas.
Oh man, that's good. All right, should we do buds of the week and
Let's
wrap
do
this?
it.
Wrap
Yep.
this baby.
Wrap this baby and put it
Yeah?
to bed.
Okay.
Do you want to go? So, Buds of the Week is when we just like shout out a bud who we want to celebrate that hopefully our listeners will also fuck with. That's a bud of the week. So,
Interesting.
if
Yeah.
you would like to
Okay.
also do a
Someone-
bud of the week, we're going to do
Oh.
2 or 1 each, and they might give you time to think of one.
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool.
Perfect.
All right, you want to go first or second?
I will go whenever you want. I just got to pull it up.
I'll go first because I have my bud of the week pulled up. It is my friend Raul Beneja. Raul and I went to theater school together, and he's been on so many fucking shows. He's like the workingest actor in Canada, and he just did Grey's Anatomy a couple years ago, and I got to see him when he was here in LA. And he is re-performing. He's Jesus. He will be performing his Hamlet solo again this November. So if you're in New York, go check him out. He's going to be at the United Solo Festival on 42nd Street. And it's so fucking cool. He does all Hamlet, just him, like
Fuck.
all dressed in black. And it sounds like it would be such a bummer and super lame. And it's so fucking cool and impressive. And like, I don't know, Peter Brook just died, this legendary director. And so I've been thinking a lot about like what I learned from seeing his shows and how incredible he was to theater. And so I'm excited to shout out my theater bud, Raul, doing
Hell
cool
yeah.
shit. Go see his Hamlet solo. It'll fucking make you think.
Damn.
Yep.
Well, how am I going to follow that?
Mine
Oh,
is
and follow him at
MJ's friend Raul.
Yeah.
and
Shit.
follow him. I should say his handle. He is Raul Beneja. That is RAOULBHANEGA on IG. He's a cool follow.
Fuck. My bud of the week this week is Julian Stern at Julian M. Stern. Man, reading sucks.
It is fucking hard.
Yeah,
man,
spelling
all the
Raul's
letters-
name was really
when
hard.
letters are put into an order that make a word, I'm out.
I'm tapped, dog. I love order like a bug, but not like when it comes to words.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Words suck. Wait, I'm a writer.
Wait, who's this?
He's a writer too. That's
Oh,
great.
okay.
That's perfect. So Julian Stern is my bud of the week because we are co-headlining at Edinburgh Fringe Festival all of August. So if you're over there, come see us perform. And if you are living anywhere with the internet, subscribe to his Sternal Journal that he drops every single Sunday night. It's really good. It has great recommendations of books, albums, art, TV. He's the shit. Shout out Julian Stern. Follow him at Julian M. Stern.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
My bud of the week is a stand-up comedian named and writer named Allison Leiby. She performs a one-woman show currently running. I think it's actually on hiatus, but was running in New York City called "Oh God, Not Another Show About Abortion," and it's a one-woman show about abortion. Topical. She did like start workshopping it like 2 years ago, so the timing is insane. And she is also bringing it to Largo on July 20th. I can't believe I remember someone else's plugs. I don't even know my
nice.
own. But she's bringing it to Largo on July 20th. I saw it when I went back east. I saw it a couple of weeks ago at the Cherry Lane Theater. I don't know if it's coming back there. She's on current hiatus, but the show is fucking good. It's funny. It's rich. It's heavy. It's interesting. It's zeitgeisty as fuck. And again, I repeat, it's funny.
I've been dying to see it. I've been hearing so much about it. Just from
Walkable. We
Yeah.
can walk to the Largo.
fuck yes. I'll roll by on the way.
Yeah, Ben, I'll wait for you.
Yeah.
MJ.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great show. Highly recommend it if you're, or she takes it on tour eventually, or she uploads it as a special. I don't know what her future plans are, but seek it out. However, yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And for you, please.
Yeah,
Megan.
no, I'm just looking at you because I like looking at you sometimes.
Hell
Co-host.
yeah.
Sometimes.
Thanks.
What's up over there?
So much. Thanks. I like looking at you too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Good stuff. I
I'm a
like
big
looking at
fan
you
of
too.
looking. Yeah. Look over here.
Using my
Look
eyes,
over here.
looking at you.
Yeah, you guys are easy
Looking
on the
over there.
eyes over here. This
You look
works out
great.
well. You
Nice
look
to see
great.
you.
Always
Thanks
good
for
to
coming.
see you guys. You look fantastic. I love this.
What are your plugs?
Please check out 101 Places to Party Before You Die on truTV. As a matter of fact, the premiere is July. What did I say it was?
17th, Bastille Day.
14th.
Oh, fuck.
Right? Bastille Day is the 14th.
Okay.
Yes. Because I got it confused with Allison Libby. July 14th, Thursday, 10:30 p.m. 101 Places to Premiere, where our lead-in, the show on before us, is Impractical Jokers. Maybe you've heard of it. And for that week, that Thursday, July 14th, our premiere day, we're also guests on Impractical Jokers. They had some guests in some of their episodes this season. Adam and I were lucky enough to shoot an episode with them. So it's a full hour block Thursday night. If you want to settle in for the long haul, you can check it out from 10 to 11 or whatever time zones you're in, EST, PST. PS5, whatever.
Perfect space for your show on like a Thursday night, because like Friday's like, fuck it, who cares, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a Friday.
And then maybe you book a flight watching it. Maybe you go like, all right, well, I'm flying to Richmond Friday after work, and I'm
getting
the
in that
fucking
Tuk Tuk.
Yeah, I'm getting a fucking Cobra Burger in that Tuk Tuk, dog.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This is the greatest, always, to have you come back all the time, every time you have a new season to talk about, because this is going to go forever.
Oh, thank you. I will come back even before then, because those were delicious joints you shared with me, and I am stealing some Sumo brand snacks. Thank you, Sumo.
What a pro.
What a pro.
Not my first podcast.
Oh yeah, check out High and Mighty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
got it.
High and Mighty, Action Boys. Check out my other podcasts, but mostly check out the show and
check out Doughboys.
oh yeah, check out Doughboys, a show that I guest on frequently. I just had a run of guesting on like a dozen episodes or so. It feels like
Dope.
so. Check us out over there.
Yeah, next time you come back, I want to hear what it's like to go on the road and eat Doughboys food and then be thrown into a truTV show. 'Cause
Oh
that's
yeah,
what a run you're having.
MJ will ask me the personal question when I come back, and I can answer you how Doughboys wrecks my stomach even more than my show. Because now I'm eating processed, fast chain food everywhere. Yeah, and then
Yikes.
partying all night with you
in Arizona.
The best. I want to come.
randomly.
Will you say the thing?
Yeah, follow us at Weed and Grub on Instagram. Email us at wg@weedandgrub.com. Send us all of the questions and comments and topics you want to hear us cover. Leave us a review. It helps us get more ears on our podcast and eyes on our YouTube. Check us out over there as well. Thank you to Top Tree Studios and producer Mark for making us look and sound wonderful.
Oh yeah, we got TikTok too.
Oh yeah, check out our TikTok.
I forget all about it because I don't care about it. But check it out.
But you should follow it. He doesn't give a shit about it, but you guys should follow it.
Yeah.
Come
It's
on,
fun.
man, sell it. I fucking love TikTok. Thank you so much, and please engage in the algorithm.
I think that's it.
Yeah, Mike and Mary Jane. That's the TikTok.
Oh, that's the TikTok. Yeah, I forgot.
Mike and Mary Jane.
I don't know what
That's
TikTok
you
is.
two.
We have 2 strikes against us. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, let's not post any more content on there.
Follow it. It's not going to work out.
Great. And thank you for coming. We love seeing you.
I love seeing you guys too. Thank you so much.
Bye,
See you
everyone.
around the hood, fam.
Yeah.